regular season record, as you see, in a goals against of 1.89. Eddie Jockman for New York, a goals against average of 3.07. And we're set to go here with action. Pete Stemkowski, Bruce McGregor, and Ron Harris against Bobby Clark, Bill Flett, and Bill Barber. The line for the Philadelphia Flyers is playing the Flyers zone. This is Barber, number 7. Missed the pass. Park tried to shoot it through, and it's stolen by Bobby Clark. The feed over to Flett. On goal, he shot it wide. And he's in on top of Ed Jockman. A penalty called here. And Jockman is hurt. Jockman is in the goal mouth in the Ranger net where Flett collided and landed on top of him. A penalty was called in New York on the play, and Jockman is injured on this opening play of the game. Trainer Frank Pace and Dr. James Nicholas now on his way out there, along with goalie Gilles Villemure, the backup man. And Flett went into that goal mouth with somebody right behind him checking him into the play as he tried his shot. And Eddie Jockman is prone there and hasn't moved since the collision.
Here's Francis looking at it very concerned because Jockman in the Montreal series and in this Philadelphia series the other night has played tremendous hockey for him. Flett was hooked, and we'll have to wait till we see the replay if we can to see who the Ranger player was that hooked him. Flett had a wonderful opportunity to put the Philadelphia club in front here right off the start, and he got tripped. He lost his footing, and he went right into Jockman. Nothing intentional at all. Just one of those accidents that does that. Here's the replay. The pass coming over. And we'll see the hook on McGregor. Hooking, takes the feet out. And he falls right over Jockman here.
It looked like he may have stepped on Eddie's face accidentally. As he put the brakes on, he tried to straddle Jockman. And it looked in that replay like his skate may have come down on Eddie's head. Now, fortunately, these goaltenders all wear masks. But I'll tell you one thing about Jockman. If he isn't anywhere near seriously hurt, he'll be back out there. He's holding the back of his head, and we can only assume that Flett came down with his foot and, of course, the weight of his body on the back of Ed Jockman's head. That appears to have been the injury. Scoreless hockey. Tim Ryan with Ted Lindsay and Brian McFarland. There is a real tension in the air here. Lloyd Gilmore's handling of the game so far has certainly kept things well under control. A lot of the fans thought they'd come out swinging today, but as Ted Lindsay indicated at the beginning of our telecast, it could have been the kind of game where the China could be set up out at center ice and nobody would knock it over. So far, there has been no real brawling of the nature we had Thursday night with 3 major fights, and one that Schultz and Harris tried to get started but never accomplished, due to the good officiating by Brian Lewis, who did a great job for the National Hockey League on Thursday night. Dornhofer goes to the corner and trying to come out of his own zone to the blue line is met there by Brad Park. Dornhofer tied up by Park in front of the Flyers bench. Up comes the elbow. And Dornhofer trying to get at Park, and there they go. Well, we spoke too soon. Dornhofer and Park. And that started harmlessly enough with Park simply pinning Dornhofer against the boards. But as we said, there's a lot of tension here, both on the part of the fans and on the part of these two teams, and it had to happen. Somebody was going to take the first swing, Ted.
Dornhofer does play an awful lot of hockey. He's what you call the hockey player's hockey player. When a man makes the pass, he follows in on him, puts the body into him because he is still a puck carrier until the other player, the other team touches the puck or his player. There's Park going to the penalty box. Hair a little bit mussed up. There's the hockey player now, golf pro in the summertime, Gary Dornhofer, heading for the box. So that just... Here's where they're on the boards in front of the Philadelphia bench, and Park and Dornhofer. There's the fist coming up by Dornhofer to push Park away, and it doesn't take too much to get things going. This is an advantage for New York because, as Dornhofer always says about himself, he's not a goal scorer, he's not a good skater. He just likes to play the game, but Park has certainly, other than Jockman, been the leader offensively for the Rangers.
Let's go down and join Brian McFarland with Ranger captain Vic Hadfield.
Well, thank you, Tim. Vic Hadfield not playing today. What is it, Vic? The injury again?
Well, the ligaments are torn in my ankle, and so it looks like I won't be able to play for a few days anyway.
You think you might get back in before this series is over?
I hope so. It's pretty tough standing here watching this, but I hope I'm sure the team will do well.
I see they're ready to go. Can the Rangers win today?
Sure can.
You hope so, anyway.
Better.
Thanks for talking with us. Let's go back up to Tim and Ted.
Emil Francis sends out the Rattel line now with Irvin and Gilbert. Kindrachuk, Selesky, and Schultz are on for Philadelphia. Schultz's pass picked off by Nielsen. His pass to Rattel, but he's checked by Joe Watson. Kindrachuk stick handling out of his own zone down the right side. Kindrachuk shot, stick save Jockerman. A rebound, still loose in the Ranger zone. Flyers control. Schultz lost his balance before he could get a shot away. Puck to the corner. Schultz after it with Nielsen. Dave Schultz trying to center it. Gets it to Kindrachuk. Checked by Nielsen. Out in front. The pass behind Schultz. Kept in by Joe Watson. Speed shot. Deflection to Kindrachuk. Kindrachuk with it. Over to Joe Watson. He shoots. Score! Joe Watson. As Jockerman was screened and tied up in front there, he couldn't see the shot at all. And Joe Watson gets the first goal of the game. Philadelphia leads it 1-0.
Watson had moved in quite deeply there. I think we'll have to see again right here. Gilbert, here we look at it. Kindrachuk just held that puck. Here he gets it out. Gilbert was in there taking Schultz out, or Selesky, number 11. And, of course, gave Watson the opportunity to move in. Here, Kindrachuk makes a good play across here. Not throwing the puck away. Look at how deep Watson was there. And then, of course, there's Selesky in there, number 11. And Gilbert was checking him. But we'll watch him blocking Jockerman, number 11.
So the Flyers open it up here, 1-0. Joe Watson from Kindrachuk and Schultz at 15:32. Play in the Ranger zone. Jockerman grabs that one. And the Rangers bring it out. Ted Irvin. Right side feed for Gilbert, and Schultz made a good check to take it away from Gilbert. Dave Schultz comes up to center ice with a puck. Has Selesky with him. Gets away from Rattel. Loose puck. Jockerman comes out before Selesky gets there. Jockerman checks Selesky, who gets it again, tried to center, and it's pinned against the side of the net by Jockerman, and up come the sticks.
This summer,
Flyers 11-5 in the first period, but Ted and I, in discussing it between periods, could recall really only a couple of tough chances for each goalie. And they have been spectacular throughout the series, but with all of these penalties, one would have thought that there might have been more tough chances for them, but the penalty killing has been up to the number of penalties taken. So we're at full strength for this second period. The Flyers lead it 1-0, and they control the draw. They're in orange with black and white trim, and the Rangers to our left in white with blue and red trim. And Park dumps Bill Flett at the blue line. That gets a round of applause from the partisan fans. Dale Rolfe up the middle to Stemkowski. Stemkowski with Harris and Irvin the line. Stemkowski's shot is blocked by Jim Watson. Van Impe feeds it to the sideboards. Barber is checked by Harris, and Jim Watson goes back around the goal of Van Impe. In the middle to Clark. Clark, Flett, and Barber the line for the Flyers. This is Bill Flett. Slap shot wide, missed everything. All the way out to center ice on the rebound. Jim Watson backhands it right to Harris of New York. His pass hit Stemkowski in the back of the legs, and it's taken by Jim Watson. In the middle to Bobby Clark. Clark intended for Flett, too far. He goes to the corner. Irvin in pursuit. Sharp angle shot wide back of the goal. Clark takes a bump from Harris. Clark got it to Jim Watson. A high backhander. Knocked down in front. A shot by Flett. Hit the side of the net. Clark centers alone in front. Barber shot a wide. Rebound. Shot a wide again. And Harris finally gets control. Tied up deep by Flett, and it's held for a face-off. And Bill Barber will have dreams about those two chances tonight, Ted.
Generally, a guy will miss the net once, but never twice.
Face-off at the Flyers blue line. Teams are 5 aside. Clement, Joe Watson, and Bill Flett against and DuPont against Rattel, Park, Gilbert, and Rolfe. DuPont gets it to Flett. To Clement, one man back. Takes the shot. Leg save, Jockerman. Rebound cleared by Rolfe. Around the boards it comes to DuPont of the Flyers. He almost overskated it. Now loses to Rattel. 2-on-1. Rattel and Gilbert. Joe Watson back. The pass is Gilbert too far. Has it in the corner and pinned by Joe Watson. Rattel is dumped by DuPont, and he'll get a penalty. Cross-checking. Andre DuPont for cross-checking Rattel, who was trying to set up in front. And another of those real dumb penalties that both teams have been taking since the start of this game, Ted. Face off to the right of Perron. 2:32 left in the second period. 1-0, the Flyers lead. They control the face-off. Van Impe to Jimmy Watson, and you might guess who controlled it. Bobby Clark, who made the check at the blue line. Rangers keep it in. Gilbert a drive, leg save. Rebound taken off by Clark. That Perron is just not giving up anything. Clark to Van Impe. Van Impe trying to shoot it out, hit his own man Jimmy Watson, but he battles and gets control and shoots it into the Ranger zone. Clark and Russo are there. Clark comes up with a puck. Bobby Clark trying to get it back now, and it's deflected off the stick of Park, who checked him and goes into the seats.
This is what I mean with Clark. He has to work so hard killing these penalties for his club, but come when they get a power play advantage, he goes out there also on power plays, and he just doesn't have that extra step. And in the third period, it could really play on him. And the fact that he is diabetic, this might have a little bit. He'll have to have that sugar, system in the system to keep him going real well.
Bobby doesn't like to talk about that diabetes problem of his. He plays it down, but it is remarkable the stamina he has, the way he plays this game all out all the time. Brad Park. Over to Russo. Slap shot. Stick save. And it rolls right across the crease. The light went on. They call it a goal. And the coach, judge, and the referees are agreeing that it was in. I don't believe the puck went in, but our view from here in Madison Square Garden is not that good, to be candid about it. We're 9 miles from the ice surface. Let's look at it on videotape.
Take a look at it. And the shot by Russo, and the puck goes up in the air. There it is. It looked like it hit the crossbar. Now, does it come down into the net?
I don't believe it came down into the net.
It doesn't look like it did.
I saw the puck land on the outside of that goal line, Ted, and the only way it could have been a goal is if it had fallen inside the net and come out again. Let's
looking
try
at it again. Here's the play by Park over to Russo, and the shot. Perron makes the save. The puck was up in the air, and there it is dropping right down. We'll see if it drops behind the line. No, it doesn't.
No question about it. Unfortunately for that goal judge, he made a mistake, and referee Lloyd Gilmore was in position, but he apparently did not see where the puck landed, and he consulted with the goal judge and agreed with him.
There it is again. Definitely wasn't in, but it's a 1-1 game officially as far as the referee and goal judge is concerned. There's the puck dropping down again, and it's outside the line. And never did it go inside the post up at the top by the bar.
And we're underway here in the third period. Rattel, Irvin, and Gilbert. The Rangers with a man advantage. 1:10 left in the penalty to Bobby Clark, which he took at 19-14 of that second period. So the Rangers, again with the power play opportunity. Here's Rattel, but it's offside. And Dornhofer took quite a swat at Rattel as he went by. And just one final word on the goal scored by Rousseau. We are told that the goal judge's explanation, Frank Daniel, the way he saw it, was when the puck came down off the stick of Bernie Perron, it struck his stick again, and that portion of his stick was inside the net. From our angle, it did not appear to be the case, but nonetheless, we did not show you every angle. That's impossible. And that is the goal judge's explanation of why he called it a goal, and it was supported by the referee, Lloyd Gilmore. All right, in the Flyer zone, a centering try. Rattel back to the blue line. Russo to Gilbert. Gilbert from a sharp angle right on. A rebound shot cleared by Ashby. There was no Ranger there to convert that rebound try. Gilbert in the slot again. Drops to Rattel. His shot blocked in front. Ashby. Gilbert's shot hit the side of the goal. In the corner, Russo with it. Russo throws it right up the side of the net again, and Lonsbury clears a rebound off the boards and down the ice. 13 seconds remaining in the penalty to Bobby Clark. Teams changing on the go. Brad Park, number 2 for New York, ahead to Irvin, couldn't hold a pass. Checked from behind by Clement, and from in front by Barber. Clement ahead for Barber, too far. The puck comes into the New York zone, and it's taken by Sealing. Rod Sealing to Fairburn. Fairburn tried to get it to Kachuk, handed it right to Bill Barber. Instead, he's pulled down by Walter Kachuk. Park over the line, feeding Kachuk, too well covered as Clark is back on the ice, and he made the check. Rangers keep it in. Vickers over there. Perron sold out to break up the play. What a play by Perron. Back comes Clement, number 10. Good check on him by Rod Sealing. And Brad Park takes over. Both teams playing some fine hockey here. Park checked by Clark, and it goes to Sealing in the corner. Swings away from Clark with a good move. Feeds it up the middle to Walt Kachuk. Kachuk with Vickers and Fairburn. Drop pass for Vickers. Didn't see it. He went right over the puck. Out comes Barber. Barber with Joe Watson 2-on-2. Bill Barber now. Clement gets into the play. The pass to Clement. Backhand. A big save. Jockman on Bill Clement. Good play by the Flyers. Good save. Jockman. 18 seconds left in regulation time. Big face-off here. Rattel and Clark. Rattel gets it to Gilbert, but a good play by Dornhofer. Then another one by Rolfe to keep it in. Irvin in the corner, checked by Ashby. Irvin keeps it in to Rolfe. Rolfe throws a high shot that goes over the glass and out of play. We had a classic example there of a good checking effort by Dornhofer in that situation where they throw the puck back to the man off the line of scrimmage. That winger has got to get to him in a hurry to prevent the shot, and Dornhofer got right out there and broke it up.
That's his job, but not necessarily does he have to get the puck, but it's just to rush the man so that he either has to make a bad pass or a bad shot.
Good play by Dornhofer. Rattel against Clark on this draw. Clark controlled the Van Impe, dumps it down to the Ranger zone. 2 seconds left, and we're going to have overtime. The score at the end of regulation time here at Madison Square Garden. The Philadelphia Flyers won, the New York Rangers won, and we'll be back with... Historically, the Rangers have won 17 overtime games and lost 14. The Philadelphia Flyers, with, of course, a much shorter history, have won 4 and lost 2. Stemkowski controls. Dale Rolfe to Park. Stemkowski, Butler, and Irvin against Clark, Barber, and Flett. Rangers shoot it in. And Perron clears to the corner. Ned Irvin knocks it back to the near side corner. Barber is there, takes a bump from Butler, and it's held for a face-off in the Philadelphia zone. And again, you can feel that electricity in this crowd of 17,250 fans.
This makes the New York fans very happy. They've got the pressure on Philadelphia. They're doing what Philadelphia do so well, forcing the play, forechecking, bottling them up in their own end. And the New York fans anticipating that, well, this is how you do it and how you get that quick, sudden death goal.
Face off to the right of Bernie Perron. Bobby Clark and Stemkowski gets it. Rolfe a shot that hit Barry Ashby. A shot wide. Ashby is down and hurt. Ashby was hit right in the face with a shot by Dale Rolfe. He is in great pain down there, and they're coming out quickly with trainer Frank Lewis and calling for the doctor to come out. A high rising shot by Rolfe caught Barry Ashby right in the face. We're going downstairs now to Brian McFarland, who is right out there on the ice.
I talked to the linesman, and Barry Ashby was hit just on the eyelid, just above the right eye. It is a bad gash, according to the officials. Matt, you were there. Could you describe it?
It's just above the eyelid, between the eyelid and the eyebrow.
Well, there's a lot of blood, and they've moved quickly to get Barry Ashby off the ice on this stretcher. And he's holding both hands over the wound. So the injury again is just above the right eye, a bad cut. And that's the story right down here at ice level.
Goals by Joe Watson and Bobby Russo. All the scoring there has been here today. Watson for Philadelphia. Russo got the tying goal for the New York Rangers. We are 1-1 in the first overtime period at Madison Square Garden. Rod Sealing at center ice fires it in. We have Rattel, Gilbert, and Russo against Clement, Nole, and Crisp. Watson feeds Clement. Clement for Nole. Too far for him. Jockman out of there. Shoots it away from Nole. Crisp gets there. Nielsen cuts that pass off. Gets it up the boards for Russo, and the puck stayed up on top of the boards. And they'll have a face-off in the New York zone. This is what you call your cliche must game for the Rangers. Should they lose, they'll go back down 3-1 to Philadelphia Tuesday night at the Spectrum. Rangers control the draw. Dale Rolfe can't get out. Flyers forcing the play again. Nole on Park. Park stick handling again in front of his goal and was stopped by Crisp. And Rolfe once again takes it out of trouble, but he can't get out. A drive by Joe Watson. Stick save Jockman. And that Watson got the only goal. Crisp centers it. Loose in front, and Rolfe again gets it out of there. 3 big plays by Dale Rolfe covering up for his own man. Ted Irvin trying to feed Rattel. Too well covered by Clement. Rattel back of the goal, overskates it. DuPont comes out of there for Philadelphia. Ahead to Terry Crisp. Crisp shoots it into the Ranger zone. Jockman cuts that off. A Flyer coming in on him, and he lost it to him. Dornhofer. Dornhofer has the puck. Centers it. Off the skater Rattel to Joe Watson. A drive wide of the goal. Rebound comes out. Jockman comes out of there. Dornhofer got tangled on the mesh of the net as he tried to get the rebound and fell. It comes into the Flyer zone. Joe Watson teeing it up there. Teams changing on the move, and we'll expect a lot of that here to keep fresh legs on in this overtime on a hot day in New York. Dornhofer down the off wing side, drops it for McLeish. McLeish in the slot, intended for Joe Watson, picked off by Kachuk. Kachuk back the other way, has Gilbert ceiling with him. Walt Kachuk shoots it off the boards for Vickers. Vickers into the middle, Kachuk into the shot, score! The New York Rangers! Bob Gilbert in overtime gets the winning goal, and the series is tied up at 2-2. Gilbert steering in the shot on the short side. And this crowd is going wild. Coach Emil Francis out on the ice, as he was at the Forum in Montreal, to congratulate Ron Harris and the rest of the Rangers squad. Goaltender Eddie Jockerman. There's a happy, determined, feisty, exciting young man in Emil Francis, who says, we got him and we're going to Philadelphia tie.